Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Teklu Adamu from the Roads Authority of Namibia, welcoming you all to my presentation on the strategic plan outline of the Roads Authority with respect to Intelligent Transport System. Intelligent Transport System, or ITAs, is an emerging worldwide phenomenon, and it is a fairly new concept for many. Therefore, for the benefit of those who are not familiar with it, I will start by giving a quick background and a brief introduction to ITS. Then I will show you the existing capacity we have within the Roads Authority, which we would like to transform into a fully fledged ITS in accordance with this strategy. I will also highlight the benefit of ITS for Namibia, relating it to various organizations involved in the roads transport sector before making conclusions. Ladies and gentlemen, I will try to explain the ideas in a very simplified manner by using photos and interactive diagrams for illustration purposes throughout this presentation. If you have any question, suggestion, or any input, please drop me an email, and I thank you for that in advance. Last year, the Ministry of Works and Transport, assisted by the National Road Safety Council, has finalized the preparation of the National ITS Policy Framework for Namibia. This year, the Roads Authority has also included ITS in its organizational strategic plan. The purpose of this presentation is to create awareness and sensitize all stakeholders to embrace ITS and give their input and support for its realization on the Namibian road network. Ladies and gents, I had the opportunity of seeing our counterparts in other countries successfully implementing a similar ITS strategy, and I believe in our teamwork to do the same once we get approval from all the stakeholders. Let's start by looking at the definition of ITAs. Intelligent Transport System is basically an integrated application of advanced road transport and traffic technologies in tandem with ICT in order to create safety and efficiency in the road transport sector by upgrading classical road transport and traffic systems by using latest technologies. The components of ITAs are as follows. People are the main component. That's the users, the road users, be it the driver, the passenger, the pedestrian, the transport law enforcement agents, and so on. So all of us, the human aspect of transport, is the main component of ITS. Then we have the vehicle component. Besides the normal cars, buses, and trucks, we need to bear in mind things like autonomous vehicles, driverless vehicles, truck platooning, electric cars, and so on, which are already in the horizon, and we need to do some mental preparedness looking into the future. So in any case, vehicles are the second component of ITAs. And the third component are the road and traffic systems um, embedded in the roads. Therefore, by using traffic technologies and information and communication technologies, these three components are interconnected to form ITAs. Ladies and gents, simply put, this is the definition of ITAs. Let's quickly see some technologies used in ITAs. In Namibia, we use such loop detectors for monitoring traffic. They are configured in this manner, and they help us collect traffic data. So these loop detectors are connected to such machines, which we call traffic event loggers, or they are also called racktails. Racktail is like rack or a shelf where you put things. It has room for improvement. It is upgradable equipment we are using. For example, the loop connectors are connected to this machine. So if we need to connect cameras, speed flasher cameras like that one, we will just link it up with this. Or if we get automatic number plate recognition camera like this one, we can also interconnect it so that we can read the automatic the number plates of vehicles automatically, and in conjunction with the NADIs, we will know the story of each vehicle. If it is overspeeding or any other issue will be detected like that. So there are various technologies in the traffic sector. For example, the piezo sensors, they also can be embedded in the road together with the loops for heavy vehicle classification. And we can also use such way sensors for the purpose of high speed for the purpose of basically high speed way in motion. As trucks travel over it, we can pick up the axle load. And we can also connect some GPRS modems to these machines for telematic purposes. So we can extract our data and monitor traffic in real time by accessing these machines remotely through modems. For example, one can see vehicles traveling on a road far away, for example, from the comfort of our office in Windhoek. We can see vehicles traveling between Rundu and Katima, and see how fast they are traveling and how many vehicles are traveling, or extract the data and things like that. So these are technologies we are already incorporating in our system, and these are the things we would like to include together with the way in motion. And other technologies like floating car data, like this ones, are used in other countries to collect traffic data by using the mobile phones we carry in our vehicles. And other technologies like vehicle to vehicle using Bluetooth and so on, or vehicle to infrastructure communication, or radio frequency identification. So there are so many of such technologies used in ITS. Let me quickly show you the existing capacity we have in the Roads Authority. The traffic surveillance system basically installs traffic monitoring stations and operate them, and analyze the traffic data and prepare various reports for the purpose of making various engineering and managerial decisions. So the traffic surveillance system is run in-house by the Roads Authority staff members, and here are they on duty. Here they are busy installing a piezo sensor for the purpose of detecting axles and classifying heavy vehicles. We have a highly motivated team of traffic surveillance system. So the traffic surveillance system has about 150 base stations and close to 250 ad hoc stations scattered throughout the network, as you can see here on the map. The red represents the base and the yellow are the ad hoc stations. So the traffic data we collect include volume, speed, direction of travel, lane of travel, the time of travel, the length of the vehicle, and the type of vehicle, whether it is a light vehicle or a heavy vehicle, and things like that. We collect this data mainly for the purpose of road management, planning, or designs, or road safety studies, and other economic researches. We have many internal and external stakeholders, including engineers, economists, traffic law enforcement officers, and so many others. So we are saying more benefit can be derived from developing this existing capacity we have in the Roads Authority by using ICT. And we can transform it into intelligent transport system so that then the Roads Authority as well as the nation can benefit from it. Okay, for example, a few years ago we upgraded one of our stations by adding to it speed flasher simulator camera, and yeah, this picture shows you our traffic surveillance team at work installing the device. So upgrading that station gave us this result. Initially, overspeeding used to be a very big problem there. On average, close to 600 vehicles per day used to overspeed. At times, the number of overspeeding vehicles exceeds 1,600. So after we installed the device, in about 8 months, the number of overspeeding vehicles dwindled to close to 150 or so. So it was quite encouraging to see this. People are still adhering to such devices and respond positively. So we have been successful in calming the traffic by simply upgrading the normal traffic monitoring station into some kind of law enforcement or a device warning traffic to slow down. Therefore, we are saying in the future, this traffic surveillance system must not continue just being a traffic data collection tool. We need to reposition them and create an intelligent transport system out of it, in accordance with the ITS policy framework we have now in place. Therefore, it's really high time for the TSS to evolve to ITS, especially to tackle the road safety problem we have in this country. Therefore, this strategy advises us to do a feasibility study on this itas, and we can capitalize on the existing capacity we have. So why do we need itas for the roads authority? First of all, the strategic vision and mission of the roads authority, which is formulated in line with the national vision 2030 and the NDPs, advise us to work on itas so that we get safety improvement on our roads and efficiency in the road transport sector and preservation or protection of the road asset, which is being damaged by overloaded vehicles especially. We can also improve security by using the cameras and also facilitate law enforcement in real time. We will also have our traffic monitoring capacity enhanced because of the evolvement of TSAs into ITAs, and we can generate quality traffic data out of it. And we will bring stakeholder satisfaction both for the inhabitants of our country as well as those that are using our hubs, our ports, as we aspire to be the logistics hub of the SADC region. We also need to maintain our lead as having the best roads in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, of all these things, one thing that stands out to me is the safety aspect. We can hugely improve road safety by using technology, by using ITAs. So basically the ITS strategy comprises of adding way in motion and average speed over distance to the existing traffic monitoring stations. So by using bending plate or other technology, we can simply add way in motion system to the existing traffic monitoring stations. And also by adding automatic number plate recognition cameras to the existing traffic monitoring stations, we can develop the average speed over distance system in conjunction with the INATIs. So the way in motion will give us economical benefits because it's way cheaper than building way bridges, and it's efficient, and it is unmanned, and it will cover large area, and it will supplement or it will complement the way bridge operations by closing escape routes and so on. So especially at road links where we cannot afford way bridges, we can simply install such way in motion system and have control over overloaded vehicles basically. So the way in motion system will help us enforce loading laws in real time by using the automatic number plate recognition cameras. And a good thing about it, it will be there 24 hours day and night throughout winter and summer, and as I indicated earlier, it covers quite a large area, and it gives us photographic evidences, um, so that we basically take action on loading violators. It will also help us improve road safety, as overloaded vehicles pose risk to road users as well. So besides protecting the pavement and the bridge infrastructure, the data we collect, especially the axle load data, will help us do better designs and uh, also conduct performance analysis of roads and determine the lifespan of roads more accurately. And the average speed over distance system we create by using those automatic number plate recognition cameras will help us also enforce speed law without any human intervention, day and night. So basically, it takes the speed of vehicles, both at the spots and also over a long distance. This will help us identify vehicles with on speed restriction, for example, the minibuses and heavy vehicles, for example, that have got their own specific speed restriction, regardless of the speed zone on the road. They need to adhere to that. So such intelligent camera will filter them out as well. So it will support the effort of our uh, speed law enforcement officers, and they can get the opportunity to cover other areas where we don't have this system. The automatic number plate recognition cameras will also contribute in identifying vehicles who have got issues with respect to licensing, or if it is a stolen vehicle, or any other issue, or if it is a wanted vehicle for criminal reasons, and so on. So that brings the security aspect as well to the road transport system. And it will help us also uh, detect violations in real time and take actions. Besides, we will have photographic evidences, and it will help us keep record of frequent offenders. So it will help us in general to promote and improve road safety on our roads. Average speed over distance is not a new thing. Other countries are using it, and we feel and strongly believe it's really high time for Namibia to introduce such system to combat overspeeding, besides the other benefits I just alluded to. Ladies and gents, let me quickly use a diagram to illustrate how this thing works. For example, let's say this is a road, and in the road we already have some loop detectors for the purpose of monitoring traffic. So we are saying let's include things like pizzos or waypads like bending plate, and we just add that to there and put up our gantry or a pole and mount our automatic number plate recognition cameras on it. And then a few kilometers down the road, we do the same thing. We have our loop detectors and the waypad and also our cameras mounted on a pole. So as vehicles travel over them, we pick their speed, the weight, and also check the registration number at that point A, and the same happens at point B. Speed, weight, and registration number gets checked. So this process happens for every vehicle. So if there's a violation, it takes its picture and report it uh, in real time, and police cops or the traffic law enforcement agents can take action in real time. If the vehicle is overloaded, they get their message on their mobile phone or any other device so that they attend to it in real time. They can even call the operator's office and request the driver to pull over and wait for them. So, okay, for light vehicles, we don't need to watch on the weight, but we check their spot speed, their registration number, and the time they were at that point, and the photographic evidence. We do the same at point B. Spot speed, weight, registration number, and the time it reached point B. Therefore, such information will be linked up with the itas. And we already know the distance between the two cameras and the time it took for the vehicle to travel from one point to the other, which will help us also determine the average speed over that distance. So we can basically eliminate this thing of vehicles slowing down when they approach cameras and then overspeeding again. This system will monitor their speed over a long distance. For example, if the distance between Windhoek and Okanya is 60 kilometers, for example, um, and if a vehicle travels between these two cities in a matter of less than 30 minutes, that tells us that vehicle was overspeeding. And the information will be reported in real time to the itas, and appropriate action will be taken by RTTI or the police or whoever needs to take action. Or else, the fine will be prepared with respect to that offender. So this is how the average speed over distance system works. And there are many stakeholders that can support the system. Obviously, the Ministry of Works and Transport, the main stakeholder, and other SOEs like the Road Safety Fraternity and Road Fund Administration and all other stakeholders, and mainly road users as well, and truck operators and so many other public transport operators, and NGOs can also support this initiative. We also need some support from the private sector in terms of expertise and consultancy, and so that we improve the legal system and also get some support from financial and technical expertise perspective. So let's quickly see the benefits some of the stakeholders expect from such a system, from such integrated weigh in motion and average speed over distance system, the Roads Authority will be able to improve road safety and also protect the pavement and the road infrastructure uh, from overloading problem. Besides, we'll have quality data for measuring pavement performances. Also, it will be able to enforce the road transport laws efficiently. It will be done in real time. So this system will hugely support the efforts of our way bridges. Besides collecting high quality traffic data for the Roads Authority. The Motor Vehicle Accident Fund expect road crashes to be minimized as we control speed effectively, and also minimize severity of injuries in case of accidents, and also keep track of offenders, and especially frequent offenders can be listed for further action. It will also get some discipline improvement among motorists, and if accidents or road crashes are minimized, and obviously the expense of the Motor Vehicle Accident Fund will also be reduced. From Road Fund administration perspective, it can support their effort in terms of revenue collection, especially in enforcing mass distance charges, license fees, or if it is traffic violation fines, and also help them to do some financial planning. Besides saving costs on road maintenance or weighbridge operation and accident costs, it will also promote honesty, as people cannot try to be corrupt with cameras. From NAMPOL perspective, it will help them also do some smart policing and also track criminals, and it will support their roadblocks around the country. It will also bring security to the Namibian road transport system and build Namibia's image from road safety as well as crime prevention perspective. So this strategy first of all will do its planning and consultation, as we are trying to do now, and then conduct the feasibility study to identify and prioritize the road links that need to get such system. It could be between Windhoek and Okanya, or Windhoek and the international airport, or Windhoek and Rehoboth, or between Swakopmund and Walvis Bay, or between Ondangwa and Oshakati, or wherever we can install it and enforce the transport laws effectively. So after doing the first phase of consultation, we can proceed to the procurement of goods and services, and also law reviews and piloting parallel to that, which will lead to implementation and operation at the end. So, ladies and gents, in the final analysis, what we are saying is we already have stations we use for monitoring traffic. So let's add to them a weigh in motion system as well as average speed over distance system, so that we can save life and road. the human life will be saved from accidents or road crashes, and we can also prolong the life of our roads. Therefore, this ITS strategy can only be realized and benefit Namibia through the leadership and the support of the top management of the Roads Authority, as well as the teamwork we will have to do at all levels. Ladies and gents, I thank you for your attention, and please remember to send me your input by email. Thank you.